New fragrance alert, new fragrance alert.
Yes, okay, so that's all coming up, but we wanted you to know that ahead of time and write that number down, 906754. Okay, deodorant time. So we briefly mentioned the deodorant at the beginning of the hour. Very, very popular. By the way, you see the customer choice winner. Why? Beekman.
Best deodorant.
Best deodorant.
And you know what?
Now, think about that.
It's hard to get a good review on a deodorant. Like people,
yes.
Because people, if they're switching to a deodorant, they're
and
like,
it doesn't work a little bit, they will leave a bad review.
And most clean deodorants do not work.
Or
Right,
if they control the odor, they irritate the skin. I know we are the sensitive skin experts, and what we wanted to do first was create a deodorant that works. This is an all over the body deodorant, so you can use it under your arms, under your cleavage, between your thighs, on your feet, behind your knees, wherever you want to use it. And it's not like a creamy deodorant that's so messy. It's in this beautiful stick form. And what makes this unique?
You're getting two.
And the reason it wins the awards is because we don't use any aluminum, and you know you don't want to use aluminum. We don't use any baking soda. Baking soda is what most natural deodorants use. So if you've ever tried to get away from the aluminum deodorants and you switch to a natural deodorant and it caused an irritation under your arm, that's called an alkaline
burning,
burn.
right? Yes, I've read about that.
From the baking soda. So a lot of people, including myself, cannot use those natural deodorants. So we don't use any aluminum. We don't use any baking soda. We use a proprietary ingredient, a citrate. And the reason that we know about this ingredient is because, you know, we study the skin microbiome to understand how to keep your skin healthy. And in our research of the skin microbiome, we said, okay, what is actually causing the odor on the surface of your body, under your arms, under your cleavage, under your feet? And what happens is the bacteria consume the sebum, the sweat, the dead skin cells, and then they off-gas.
Off-gas.
And that's what's causing the odor.
Yeah.
So do you know what we do? That citrate breaks down all of those that matter, so the bacteria have nothing to eat.
So they're starving.
So they can't off-gas.
So they don't off-gas
them.
And that's how it works. And what's so great about it is not only that it works, but look, it goes on completely clear.
Yeah, it does.
It's not sticky, it's not tacky, and it smells
amazing.
But this is the first time on HSN, I believe, that you can get
the new
fragrance.
fragrances.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes.
So we've always we launched with the Pure, and this has the light citrate scent.
The citrate has a natural scent.
Yeah, it has a natural scent. But now we're launching it in the coconut cream.
So that's that beautiful coconut milk.
Really gourmand scent.
And then the glacial mint eucalyptus, which is a green leafy herbal. Even your husband and teenagers will
love the glacial mint.
It's like a bough of eucalyptus hanging in the steam shower, like at the spa.
Yes, it is, and how it like just permeates
and
the
you're
entire
getting
room.
You're getting two. There are 800 swipes per tube. So 1,600 swipes. And here's the thing.
It's really good.
Even if you have found a natural deodorant that worked for you, and this one will work, do you know what that doesn't have? It doesn't have the conditioning of the goat milk. So wherever you put this, like if you get sensitivity under your arm when you shave, or you put something on, you've got sensitive skin, you've got the conditioning of the goat milk. So in addition to controlling the odor, you're actually conditioning your skin with the goat milk.
And you can use it like everywhere.
Total body deodorant.
Right, total body deodorant. And it's so funny because you see all these ads for like...
Oh, and they're always creams.
I know it, I know.
But you know, we had a woman, when we first launched the original and the Pure like 4 or 5 years ago, we had a neighbor who tried it, and she said, I'm going to test out what Dr. Brent is saying, and I'm going to have my teenage son put it on his feet. She said his feet, you know, he was a sports player in high school. And she said, I'm going to have him put it on. So I said, yes, wash his, have him wash his feet, put this on. She called back in the next time we were on. She said, no more sticky feet.
Wow.
Because why?
That's a big deal.
We starved the bacteria.
Yes.
Okay, but this is
brilliant.
important to know. So the scents, we are not going to make another batch of the scented ones this year. So if you are interested in trying the scents, whatever exists right now is what exists. So when they're gone, we're gone. We will always make the original.
Yes.
But these are, when they're gone for this year. Will we make them again next year? Most likely. But if you want to try them,
yeah, and Rocky, which one is the most limited? I mean, look, you can see almost 8,000 of these. The original is the most limited. Oh my gosh, there's only 400 in the auto ship, because we have auto ship on this, and go for that auto ship. And then Okay, Rocky's like, I've used him forever. Rock's our producer. He said, which one should I get? Go for the Glacial Mint.
Oh yeah, and
Rock.
Rocky's a marathon
Mint.
runner.
Yeah, right. The Glacial Mint is perfect for you, Rock.
And you know what? Summer is the perfect time to really test this out.
Yes,
right? You're
it
going to be
is.
sweating.
And the cooling, see, this is why I like the Glacial Mint.
It does cool. The mint does
You
cool down.
get that wonderful cooling.
And on the skin, too.
Yes,
the mint
definitely.
But yes, and we say, in addition to it working and having no aluminum, no baking soda, no talc, this is the only deodorant in the world that was tested doing farm chores. And so
there
when
you go.
when this was under development,
That's great.
the whole summer before it went into production, we were
love
testing the
it.
formula. We baled the hay, we worked with the
Because they
goats.
work the farm, you guys.
Not
They're
as
not
much as
just saying
Farmer
that.
John, but we do work the farm.
Yeah,
we do work the
right.
farm.
And a lot of people, you know, asked us when we first launched a few years ago, like, why deodorant? You know, you guys are a skin health company. Why deodorant? Well, it's because we are a skin health company that we were so worried about what people were putting on their skin, because they may have been using clean beauty products, but then for deodorant, they were using things like aluminum, like talc, things that we know are not great for our health. So that's why we were so passionate, but we were equally passionate about making it work, because we knew that if you tried a clean deodorant, and so many of you have, that didn't work, you would then go back to the nasty stuff. So that's why Brent really did the research, did the science to figure out how to stop that odor. And that's the key.
I want you to look at how much you're getting. So if you're getting a duo of this, one for you, one for your husband, one for you, one for your daughter, look at this. You're getting so much.
Amazing.
800 swipes, and it's a super thick tube. And
I know.
that
That's the
coconut.
coconut.
You know, Rocky just bought 6 of them.
Well,
he
he's a
bought them
marathon
all.
runner.
They're all
so
going to
yeah.
be packed to our new studios.
Amy Morrison, too, you know, she's a
Oh, my
runner.
gosh.
Valerie's always working
Yeah.
out.
Oh, my God, this is
you know,
amazing.
And
everybody.
like you said, Bobby, there are all these commercials on for the all-over
Yeah,
body
right.
deodorant creams.
Right.
They're not from.
And they're sticky?
Yes, they're not from a
right? Friend of mine
skincare
bought one.
company.
Exactly.
They're not from a
And
skin
they're
health
messy.
company.
Like,
Can I ask you a question? For people who go, well, what's the difference between an antiperspirant and a deodorant?
Yes.
Okay, an antiperspirant is really blocking the sweat. It makes you stop sweating,
Okay.
which we
Which is
never
not
want to do.
good.
No.
Even more
Yes.
important as you get older and you
Right.
might, you know, your body naturally is not helping control heat as well.
Right.
You do not want to block anything because that sweat is important to help you control your body
Yep.
temperature.
Got it.
So that's an antiperspirant will block you from sweating.
So
Deodorant
in general,
blocks
you
from-
don't want to use an antiperspirant at all.
Right.
You certainly
Deodorant
don't
keeps you
want-
from
yeah.
stinking.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so many clean deodorants, other clean deodorants are just fragrance. So they just mask the odor. They don't actually stop the odor.
And this
Ours
has
stops the odor.
no aluminum, no
Wow,
baking soda,
exactly.
no talc, but it works and it conditions the skin with those 31
Wow.
nutrients from the goat milk. You can choose the
Gee.
coconut cream, you can choose the glacial mint eucalyptus, or you can choose the original.
And the original, the pure, by the way, original, there's like 300 left in auto ship and 500 in a single ship. So